Hello friends, today we are going to play this nasty game again. Looks like we need to help this guy take his pills now.
To find out what's in my room, you need to like and subscribe. Come on, I'm waiting. Well, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, there's a puking Pomni here today.
Let's help! Now we need to put these pills right in his mouth. Wow, look at that!
Looks like in addition to those pills, we'll need to help him drink them with water. Okay, let's help. Actually, these pills look as gigantic as possible.
I think they're really hard to swallow without water, but this guy finally pulled it off. We can go straight to the next level. Let's see what's next.
We are constantly being offered bonus levels, but we will miss them. Now we need to help this caterpillar. Although I think we actually need to help remove them, because they are eating all the leaves from these trees.
These caterpillars are really as sticky as possible. It looks like we're going to have a really hard time getting them off. But let's try our best to do it. Okay, this is a really hard level.
But we're getting through all these challenges. Okay, look at this caterpillar. It looks like it's really stuck to itself.
Now, we have to tackle the final third caterpillar. I feel like this is really going to be one of the pretty difficult levels in this game, but we still have to do it. And we finally got them out of the way.
Okay, all the caterpillars are finally removed. We can head to the next level. Looks like this guy wanted to fix the water pipe. Let's help him do it.
Apparently, we need to remove this pipe completely. Put a new one in its place. Okay, this pipe is really a little weird looking.
It looks like it's rubber for some reason. Finally, we're able to fix all those pipes, and now this water is coming through the pipeline. Okay, well, we're moving on to the next level.
We need to help this guy roast corn, so let's help him peel it first. It's actually kind of funny because the sound of this corn popping is very much to my liking. Okay, let's move on to the next level, and here we need to help this guy crack this nut.
Let's use this key and finally crack it open. Okay, we were able to insert this key, and now we have to open this nut. Great, we were able to do that with ease.
And now this nut has been cracked, and now we're moving on to the next level. The bonus levels we are offered pisses me off as much as possible.
He's crying. God, I feel insanely sorry for this guy. It looks like we need to help him to empty his entire stomach.
He seems to have collected all the garbage from the ocean, and now we need to get it all out of his stomach as soon as possible so he can breathe freely. I feel like we'll be doing a very good thing when we help him. In fact, he even swallowed some mermaid.
And by the looks of it, she's completely undead. Oh my god, it's stuck in his stomach. Okay, it's gonna be really hard to get it out.
Well, let's get all the little trash out of the way first, then we can clean her up. I think that's gonna be really quite difficult. Okay, I think we can get it out through this channel here.
I think it's going to be a little easier. Okay, we almost made it. But unfortunately, it's really a lot harder than we thought. Okay, let's keep going.
Great, we finally got her free, and now this whale looks as happy as possible. I'm really glad he's so happy. And now we can crack this log.
Let's get this done quickly. This is actually quite an interesting challenge because you have to split some logs here, but we finally got through it. We've split all 4 logs, and now we can head out to light the fireplace.
Okay, now we need to help our guy dig up the treasure chest. Let's start digging it up as soon as possible. It's really hard to control this shovel because we can't even turn it.
The level even pisses me off a little bit. We were finally able to use this shovel to dig up sand. I think we're going to try to get that chest out, because we might accidentally bury it back in.
Alright, we finally got him. Well, looks like this guy's really rich now. Okay, we're moving on to the next level, and here we need to help this guy clean the shrimp.
In fact, it's as easy as possible. There's absolutely nothing complicated about it. Let's get this shell off so that all that's left is the meat of this shrimp. This tail doesn't want to come off at all.
Okay, we finally got through it. We got that shell off the shrimp, and now these guys are thoroughly enjoying that meat. Oh my god, they offer a bonus level at that, but we're definitely not going to go through with it.
Now we need to help feed this little guy. Let's put this bottle right in his mouth. Actually, this bottle looks as weird as possible too, but we were finally able to put this bottle in his mouth.
And now this guy's as happy as can be. Well, now we're going fishing, and from the looks of it, we need to help this guy catch a fish. By the way, here it is at the bottom.
I'm surprised he decided to catch it without bait. Okay, look at that. We finally got her. Well, that was easy enough too.
Now this guy looks as happy as can be, and we're off to the next level. Here we need to help this astronaut who accidentally detached himself from his spacesuit.
Let's try to get this gate open somehow first. but I don't really understand which way we're supposed to turn the lever. Great. We finally got it to spin, and now we can get this guy out of space.
Cool. Looks like he's saved now. I'm really glad we could actually do this. Now we need to help this guy. He wants to pick fruit from this tree.
In fact, I don't think whole fruit is a particularly good idea, and eating fruit that no one has washed is terrible at all, because it could have absolutely any kind of germs and insects on it. But this guy doesn't seem to be bothered by that at all.
And now we go to the next level. Okay, this is where we need to get this one's teeth out of this guy's leg. I hope he's not in too much pain. Let's hurry up and get it out.
It's actually not as easy as it looked, but we finally got that snake right out of his leg. And now he looks pretty happy. And we move on to the next level.
And here, apparently, this guy was hit by an arrow. We need to get that arrow right out of his back right now. Let's do it fast.
First, we had to break off that arrow, and then we got it out of his back. And now I think he'll be happier. But I think he was still in a lot of pain.
And now we move on. Let's take a look at the level. And here, apparently, we need to help the girl deal with this nasty mole on her head.
I think this mole is really messing with her appearance because it has a huge amount of hair in it. Okay, we need to get all that hair out. In fact, I think it would be much better if she decided to remove the mole completely because it looks really ugly.
Now let's get the rest of the hair. Okay, great. We got all that hair out, and now she looks happy. Look, she's even missing that mole from her forehead.
Now we're moving on to the next level. And here, apparently we need to help this guy. Wait, seriously, we're gonna shave his head?
Okay. Looks like when he wakes up, he's in for a most unpleasant surprise. He's going to be bald. I don't think he liked it at all.
Okay, we're moving on, and here we need to help this zombie with his brains. Let's open his head first, and then try to put his new brain in there.
Okay, we got this thing out of the way, and now we're going to have to remove this poop that's in place of his brain here. Okay, that wasn't actually that easy.
Now it looks like we need to move his brain to a new location. Okay, let's do it quickly. Hopefully it won't be too difficult.
This looks like it's going to be more difficult than I imagined. Let's try to somehow open up his head so we can put that brain in there. Jesus, this is really the ultimate challenge.
Okay, it looks like we've managed to open up his skull a little bit. Now let's try to get him back here in his seat. Great, now it looks like we need to close his head back up to make him feel better.
Turns out we might not even have put those nails in here. Now this guy's a genius. Look at him parsing some cardiograms or something.
We're moving on, and there's a zombie waiting for us again. Well, now we need to defeat it. Let's hit its brain.
Okay, that's about as creepy as it gets. I hope this guy's defense is cool after all. Look at that. He stuck that knife right into his brain, and now that zombie is dead.
Okay, we're moving on. It looks like we're being offered a bonus level, but we're not going to do that. Let's get that calf now.
Oh my god, that's the most disgusting level possible. And I feel like he should have been born on his own. But we still helped birth him. And now this guy's got that calf right in his face.
And now we're off to the next level. It's kind of too noisy in here. It looks like this guy is in a water park. And now we're gonna have to let all these people through to the front.
Now we need them to go down this slide first. Okay, let's wait for that to happen. Now we're gonna need to move the other characters over here.
Okay, let's wait until it rolls down this slide, after which our character will head down there himself. Look, now it's finally his turn.
Now we can close this thing up and send him on his way. Look at that. It's rolling down that slide, and now there's a wait for it to get to the bottom.
Great, now he's at the bottom. That means we finally passed this level. Let's move on.
Looks like we need to help this cat now. Why did he take some kind of medicine? We need the medicine to get to his stomach.
Now we can deal with these things that are inside him. Okay, great. Now we can move on.
Looks like he finally relieved himself. Alright, now we need to help this soldier. Looks like he was hit by a bullet.
We need to get these two things in place first so we can get it out. We got that bullet out, and now this guy is definitely not going to have any blood poisoning.
Let's now head to the next level. God, we keep getting offered bonus levels. Okay, now we need to help a guy who accidentally sat on a porcupine.
Let's get all these needles out. I think he's in as much pain as possible because these needles are really deep into his skin.
Well, now we've finally been able to heal him, and now he just has to wait for his wounds to heal. Now we're going to go to the next one, and after that we're going to plant this seedling there.
Okay, it looks like we were finally able to dig it out. Now we need to move this seedling right into this hole. Let's do it as carefully as possible.
We finally moved him. Now we need to bury him so this tree can start growing. Cool. Looks like he can finally swing on that swing now.
Now to the next level, and here we need to replace this drip. Okay,
We've removed the old drip. We need to install the new one.
Okay, it's upstairs now. Well, now we need to move this needle over here. Let's do it, all right?
Looks like we're finally getting through this. Okay, now this 4 can finally work. Seriously? Nothing's happening. Did we install it wrong?
I have no idea what we should have done differently. It's possible that, great, finally, it was just misplaced last time, but now it's in the place it needs to be.
And now to the next level. This guy here wants to have some instant noodles for breakfast. Let's put it in a plate, and then we need to add this seasoning here.
And then after that, we're going to continue this cooking. All right, now we need to pour the boiling water in here. Let's not hesitate and finally pour it in here.
Look how fast it's pouring out of that kettle. Okay, it looks like he's making those noodles, of course. Very happy now by the looks of it.
Now we're gonna move on to the next one, and this is where we need to help this guy who definitely has some problems inside his nose. We need to try and deal with them now.
Let's see what we need to do here. Wait, really? We have to move this stuff into his mouth. Oh my god. This is going to be as disgusting as possible.
There's only a few left. God, honestly, I'm as disgusted as I can be. What is going on here? I feel like in real life I'd throw up if I saw something like this.
And it looks like this guy threw up too. Now we're moving on to another level. And this is where we need to save this little kangaroo.
Look, it looks like he's about to jump into his mom's bag. Great, now he's inside her bag, and it looks like his mom is able to fight back against these strange creatures.
Now we need to help this guy make a sandwich. Actually, I don't think it's going to be that hard. First, we need to put this bun in here.
And then we're going to start moving all of these sandwich ingredients around. First, we're going to put the salad here. Then we're going to take this piece of bacon, which we need to put as neatly as possible.
All right, now we need to put this thing in. That looks like cheese or something like that. Okay, cheese. We put that in, and now we need to put in these 2 tomatoes.
Actually, they look pretty weird. Let's put a second tomato in here. Oh god, I think we have a problem with this one.
And now we're going to put the second bun on top. The sandwich fell apart a little bit, but I think it still makes it edible. Okay, look at this dish.
I don't think I'd eat it. Now I think it's time to head straight to the next game.
Wow, look at that! We removed that bottle, and now this robot drinks through his phone. Okay, we're moving on.
Now we have to somehow turn this microwave on. Oh my god, look at this. Turns out it's not a microwave, but instead of a heating element, there's a dragon that's frying this food.
Okay, we're moving on. We need some way to get her attention. Let's try to do that somehow. Okay, it looks like we need to remove this carpet so it's a credit card.
And it looks like this girl is very mercurial, and now she likes this guy. Okay, now we need to remove something from here. I think it should be this planet right here.
Okay, no, it looks like we have to remove the moon from here. Yeah, great, great. Now all that's left is the planets. Okay, we're moving on, and this is where we need to fix that manicure.
I think it's grown too much, so let's remove that nasty part from here. Okay, I think we need to remove a little bit more. Oh my god, I think there's something wrong here. Yeah, great. Now we've removed the unnecessary part of this manicure.
Now we need to do something to save the campers. Maybe we need to remove the head of this monster. Wait, I'm not really sure what that is.
Wow. Turns out it wasn't a monster at all. It was a submarine, and now these guys are happy. Okay, we move on. And this is where we need to remove this guy's tattoos. It's actually kind of weird that we actually need to do this, because his tattoos were pretty nice.
And now this guy's upset. Okay, let's move on, and here we need some way to scare these chickens. Let's see what's inside the oven. Oh my god, I think it's really, really scary.
Okay, these guys are pretty freaked out. Now we need to help this guy wash his car. Let's wipe off all the excess because I think these birds are really messed up.
Ah, okay. We just need to remove those birds from the top. And now this guy can wash his car in peace. Awesome. Now we have to help this guy tame the snake.
I think his tube is too big. Those things he definitely needs to remove. Great. Now his tube is working and hypnotizing the snake. And we move on, and this is where we need to fix this guy's eyebrows.
They should at least look like this. Great! Now this guy is walking around with normal eyebrows. Gonna have to help these tourists again? And it looks like it's the same situation here again.
Oh no, look at that. Some kind of giant pear with an eye. These guys are really freaked out by the monster. Now we're moving on to the next level. And this is where we need to make this guy happy.
It looks like we need to help him make a wheel somehow. Well, let's try to make one. I think we should be able to do it. Actually, the shape of this thing is quite complicated, but I think we should still be able to pull it off, because it's not as hard as it looks.
Okay, it looks like this is actually a lot harder than we thought. It's quite possible that we're going to have to try a little harder here than in all the other levels. To be honest, I'm not quite sure how we're going to get this wheel right here.
It's quite possible that we could just do this. Oh no, I think we're stuck here for a really long time because we really have absolutely no idea what we're supposed to do here.
I feel like this is going to be a pretty difficult level, so it's worth picking a clue here. Gosh, all this time we just had to remove this guy's hair. And now he looks happier because his head looks as babyish as possible.
Okay. Well, now you need to help this car. I think it needs to figure out where to go, and we definitely need to remove this arrow here.
Cool, now this car has turned left, and I don't think it's going to fall off the cliff. Now we need to get the right shots, and to do that, we need to remove this dart.
Cool, look at that. It looks like the only thing that's hit the target now is one dart. But it's entirely possible that we need to remove something else, but I'm not quite sure what needs to be done.
Okay, we can delete numbers here and look at this. Now we've done great. We need to fix the tape. I think to do that, we simply need to remove all this extra tape. And this tape will look great.
Yeah, look at that. Now it can play music. In fact, I haven't seen a tape that plays music in years. Now we've got to find a way to get to the gold.
It seems to me that what we need to do is just take and remove all the extraneous items here so that this guy can magnetically magnetize this gold. Great, now he's magnetized it.
Now we need to help them over the fence. Okay, looks like we need to do something here. Yeah, look at this. Turns out there was a passageway for them to get through all along. Looks like these guys can finally get through now.
And we've moved on. And now we're helping that elephant take off. Okay, I think we're going to have to clean something up somehow. Wow, look at that. There was a mouse, and it doesn't seem to be scaring him very much.
Okay, after we removed those numbers, this guy became 0 pounds, causing him to skyrocket in weight. Cool. And now we move on to the next level, and here we need to somehow turn on the lights for them.
Wait, seriously? All this time it was a fish that had a flashlight? It looks like we can somehow turn that light on for this guy to read a book.
Yeah, look at that. This thing really got that glowing thing on its head. Now we need to see the x-rays. Let's see what we got here.
Looks like this guy's got worms. Oh my god. I think that's a terrible disease for any apple. Now we need to follow the trend, and I think there's something wrong with this shirt.
Wow, look at that! We were able to wipe all that black stuff off the shirt, and now it looks so much cooler. Okay, now we're off to the next level, and this is where we need to pick up a load.
To be honest, I'm not really sure what the cargo is supposed to be here. Well, look at this. It turns out that we need to make tongs instead of this ball, and now these tongs are able to lift these logs.
Okay, we're moving on, and here we need to help this girl water her flower bed. For some reason, she doesn't have any water. Look at this. It turns out there's no water because this guy stepped on the hose and he decided to prank her.
Okay, that was pretty brutal. Well, now we need to find the thief. Let's see what's behind this curtain. Wait, seriously, was that Santa Claus?
Okay. It looks like it wasn't really Santa Claus, but a thief who stole it. Okay, this guy seems to have fooled everyone. Well, now we move on to a game where we have to complete the missing pieces.
This fish is definitely missing a friend. Let's draw a second fish.
Wow, look at that. Looks like we really pulled it off and she even fell in love with this fish. And we move on, and here apparently this guy can't hear anything because he's missing his ear.
Let's finish it. Cool. Now he can hear his friend telling him some very interesting story. Well, now we need to draw a sock, because I think it's very cold for Santa Claus to walk in the snow without socks.
Great, we finished him off and now he looks as happy as can be. Look at his happy face. And now we move on. And here we have to do it on our own. This guy is definitely missing this thing in his head so that he can breathe in space.
Oh no! Looks like we need to finish the full circle. Look at that! Mine's addressed. And now this guy can breathe. Well, we're moving on, and this is where we need to help this king.
He's definitely missing the crown on his head. He feels uncomfortable. Let's finish this crown to make him happier.
Oh, great. Now he's got that crown on his head and he looks a lot happier. And we can go straight to the next level. And this is where we need to help this guy. Okay, it looks like he wanted to put the ball in the hoop, but he's missing the ball.
Let's make this ball so he can throw it. Awesome. And now he's scored a goal in basketball. Okay, this guy's really cool.
Look at this! It looks like this girl is caught in a fire, and we need to do something to save her. Let's get her a ladder. She definitely needs one so she can escape through the window from the fire.
Okay, we painted this staircase and now it's free. Great, I'm really glad we were able to help. Now we move on, and here it looks like this guy's glasses are broken.
We need to restore his glasses so he can see. Look at that. Now he can see. That's awesome. But now his nostril is twitching for some reason. Let's move on.
And now we're getting to the next level. Apparently this guy is very shy because all his clothes are missing. Let's try to get him a t-shirt and pants.
I feel like we drew the jersey as wrong as possible, but I think he should definitely like these pants. Painted, and now all his naughty parts are covered.
And we're moving on. Apparently, this guy's feet stink a lot. Okay, we need to draw a sock to make his feet stop stinking. I mean, they'll just be camouflaged.
And here from the looks of it, this guy really wants to dig up this treasure, but he definitely lacks the tools to do so. So let's get him a shovel.
Maybe with her, he can do it. Yeah, look at that. This guy has now dug up this chest. Okay, now we need to help this car.
Apparently, she is very sad because she is missing one of her wheels. So we need to get the wheel back to her right away. Okay, well, we can finally head to the next level.
And here we urgently need to draw a mug to make this tea stop spilling out. Let's draw this mug to fill it with this delicious tea. Okay, great.
Now this tea isn't spilling anywhere, and we can move on to the next level. And this is where this plate appears to be missing its other friend. It should definitely be a fork.
Let's finish it here to make this plate happy. Okay, it looks like it turns out this fork should be in a different place. It looks like it should be slightly lower.
That's probably the right answer. Okay, let's finish it. Yeah, look at that. Now this plate is as happy as can be because it's with its friends.
Well, we definitely need to draw another geometric shape here, and I'm pretty sure it has to be a triangle. Okay, we did it.
And look at that. Now these figures are happy. Well, we can go straight to the next level. And this is definitely where we need to help this character.
It looks like she got caught in the rain, so we need to draw an umbrella for her. Let's draw this umbrella so she can stop getting wet in the rain. Okay, look at that. She's finally found a shelter from this weather.
Now we really need to help this gorilla. She's crying about something. She probably doesn't have enough to eat. Let's try to draw a banana for her.
Maybe this will make her a little happier. Yeah, look at that. She's seen this banana, and it looks like she's about to eat it. Well, now it looks like we're in a company where all the guys have mustaches, but this guy is very sad that he doesn't have one.
So let's give him the cutest mustache we can. Look how cool it is. I think these guys are jealous of him.
We're moving on to the next level, and this is where we definitely need to help this cat. In fact, I think we need to draw a ladder for him so that someone can help him down.
So let's draw it, and it's quite possible that the rescue team will be here soon. Oh, great! Look at that! It looks like this cat climbed down by himself using this ladder.
Oh no, look at that. This guy lost his head somewhere. We need to draw it. Okay, we've drawn a circle, but it looks like we need to draw an emotion as well.
Let's have a look. Yeah, look at that. Turns out it's two friends, and now this guy's got a head. And in this one, we need to win a game of tic-tac-toe.
And to do that, we can draw a 0 here and show victory. Okay, it looks like all we had to do was draw 1 0 in the middle. Look at that, we drew it, and now this game is definitely won.
Well, we're moving on. And here it looks like this guy got sunburned. We need to draw some clothes for him right away so he can camouflage himself from this very hot sun.
I think his skin's as bad as it can get. Yeah, look at that. Now the sun can't burn his skin. This is where we need to help this chicken. But to be honest, I don't quite see how we can get the sun to wake this chicken up.
It's probably the rooster, though, since he has these things. Okay, and we can head to the next level. And look at this. It looks just like Peppa Pig's house.
It looks like this house is crying because it doesn't have a door. Let's paint this door so this house will stop crying. Cool. And now this house looks extremely happy.
Okay, now we need to help this guy with his head again. Let's get his head back in place quickly, and it looks like we need to finalize the emotion for that head. Yeah, he looks a lot happier now, and he's showing us a gesture that lets us know that this guy is okay.
And now we've gotten to the next level, and I think this guy is definitely missing a mustache. So let me draw him one so he'll be happier now.
Yeah, look at his sly smile. Okay, this guy is really as happy as can be. Okay, now we need to help this construction worker. And apparently he's short on tools too.
I think he needs a shovel to shovel this pile of dirt. Wow, look at that. He was able to build a huge house out of that pile of dirt. Looks like this guy's got really strong arms.
Now we have to help Santa Claus, who is missing his beard. Let's draw a beard. Look, now he looks like a real Santa. Now we are going to play a game where we have to do some nasty things.
Oh, let's pull this lever to short circuit her. Great. Now we can finally escape from this classroom. It seems that this short circuit has caused the power to go out throughout the school, and now we'll have to move around in total darkness.
Okay, let's start looking for a way out of here. Oh no, look at that. It's that teacher. And now she's chasing us. Now we have to find a way out.
As we run away from her, I hope we can make it on the first try. We're running down some sort of hallway now, and I'm really hoping the exit is somewhere close by. Turn. Let's have a look.
Oh no, unfortunately it's a dead end. Looks like we're screwed. Yeah, look at that. She's got us.
Okay, looks like we're going to have to try this level on the second try. In fact, this game is even creepier than all the other games we've played, because in this game, these characters scream a lot louder and generally look a lot creepier.
Now we're going to have to find some other way, because we took the wrong way last time. Okay, let's just run the other way. We're going to go around the other corner. By the way, look, we found the red arrow.
Looks like we're on the right track. Now we should move along it. Great, we finally made it into the vent, and we can finally escape that robot. Now we're gonna have to do this parkour thing.
By the way, look at this. It looks like the power didn't go out everywhere. There's lasers working in here. We're in some kind of ventilation room. Now we're gonna have to jump on these rusty platforms.
Oh my god, look at them go down! Okay, now we're gonna have to get past these things that are trying to crush us. That was actually pretty easy.
Now we have to go up those stairs. Let's not delay. By the way, look at that, there's some kind of fan. But unfortunately, we touched the blades of this fan, and because of that, we lost.
Okay, now we can get past the next fan, and we easily did. And now we're out in some kind of gymnasium. Okay, let's run to where the red arrows are pointing.
Oh no, look at that. It's that teacher again. And she's running in our direction now. Now we're gonna have to find the right way out of here. Let's try to get away from her.
Looks like we're back in some kind of corridor. Climbing down there again. We don't have to guess the right way. Okay, let's just move towards the red arrows. And we got to some room with toilets again, where we jumped straight into the sewers.
Now we're going to have to get through all of this sewer. Now we need to jump over this green vapor, and then we're going to run forward and we get to some new location. Running along these rusty metal pipes, just running forward.
The important thing now is not to fall down. Look at how unreliable this pipe looks. I think we could easily fall down.
Okay, we ran all the way down this pipe. Good thing we didn't end up at the bottom. And now we're up to the top. It looks like it said we had to avoid some duck.
We're in some kind of sewer, and now it looks like we're gonna have to find a way out. By the way, do you hear that? I think there's a duck approaching us.
Yeah, I'm starting to hear it too. Now we're going to have to jump into this vent as soon as possible. Actually, it's just some rusty pipe, and we easily escaped from this location. Now we need to climb up these stairs so that we don't get crushed by these sharp spikes.
Let's not hesitate and just run up to the top. Great, we're finally at the top, and now we've made it to some new location. Now we need to jump over all these lasers.
Okay, so far, all the challenges here are pretty easy. Now let's go up these stairs, and then we'll head to the exit.
By the way, look at these rusty traps. This is the weirdest school possible, because they actually have traps right on the floor. And now we're going straight to art class.
Look at these mannequins, they look pretty creepy. I don't think we should touch them, because I feel like as soon as we touch them, we'll be killed.
Okay, we've made it to some red room, and I think we can finally escape from here. Looks like we're finally outside, but from the looks of it, that's not the end of this game.
Now we have to run past this laser, and then we go to a new door. And we're back inside this school. Look at this. Now we're going into the cafeteria. And it looks like there's some weird pink liquid spilled on the floor.
Okay, let's try to run past all this. Oh no, look at that, some creepy robot chef, and it looks like he's trying to catch us.
Okay, we tried to get away from him, but we didn't succeed on the first try. I think we need to find another way. How can we run through this cafeteria without stepping in this pink liquid?
Look at that. Now we're gonna have to go through all these paths. Okay, let's get past this weird pink liquid. By the way, look at that. There's some kind of detour up ahead where we can finally get out of here.
This guy keeps trying to chase us, but I think he has absolutely no chance. And now we need to jump in here. Great, we've jumped into some kind of vent again. Now we're gonna have to run along it.
I wonder where we'll end up. Look at that, we're back in some kind of sewer. Looks like we're going to have to swim through this green liquid.
Honestly, I don't think I'd ever jump into any water like that in my life, but we can get through all these weird corridors. Okay, let's try to swim through them. Hopefully, the way out of here is as close as possible.
Yes, look at that. We finally swam out in some pool, and it looks like we're about to finally escape from here. We picked the wrong door at first, but now I think we're headed for the door we needed.
Wow, look at that! Looks like it's finally coming out. Yeah, now we have to get to the school bus. Okay, well, I guess we should just run like hell now.
Oh no, look at that. That robot is trying to catch us again, and it looks like she's called all her friends. There's that duck and the school chef.
Okay, let's hurry up and get on that school bus so these guys don't get us. All right, look at that. As soon as we got inside, that school bus shut down. Looks like we can finally get away from them.
Let's let you guys stay there, and we're finally getting out of here. Well, this game was really quite creepy, and it was very challenging. And now we can head straight to the next game.
Look at how bright this game is. We hit some button and it looks like we've cut all the power. Now we can finally escape from here. Let's hurry up and start our playthrough of this game.
We jumped on some kind of platform, and now we're escaping out of here through the vent. Look at that! Looks like that's the little guy. Okay, now we're going to have to get out of here fast, and we've made it to some new location. Looks like we're gonna have to jump through these weird pipes now.
Okay, let's get this done soon. We've made a few jumps, and now we're moving on. Okay, we've made it to some new location, and now we need to jump on an airplane. Great, we jumped on it on the first try.
Now we press this button, and now we have to do some jumps. Whoa. Look at that. We were able to overcome all these platforms extremely fast. And now we have to jump on these strange brick platforms. Let's not hesitate any longer and pass this challenge.
Wow, we managed to get through that one too, and now we're moving on. Now we have to jump on some weird bricks. It's very similar to Jenga, and we made it through it again. Now we're going to have to go over these weird sticks. Judging by these sticks, they're marshmallows or something like that.
Look where we are! Now we have to cross this weird rope bridge. Oh my god, did you even see that? We just fell down. Looks like we weren't supposed to go over the edge. Okay, seriously, we fell down again. God, this game is really too hard.
Okay, well, now we've got some jumps to make, and we've done them. Now let's climb right into this cannon and try to fly forward. Wow, look at that. We've gone somewhere, but it looks like we've flown over.
So, where were we supposed to end up? And now we need to get to that cannon again. Actually, this game is much harder than all the others. Oh my god, look at this. We finally got where we needed to go. Well, now we're gonna have to climb up these ladders. Let's get to the top and get to the top.
All right, we're up. Now we've got to get around these bricks. Oh, look at that. Apparently they're too high for this vent, but we have to squeeze through somehow. So we did it again. Do you see this? It looks like some kind of very scary face.
Okay, we're moving on. Now we've broken another grate again, and now we've reached the room where little Bobby sleeps. Okay, we need to be as careful as possible. Hopefully he won't wake up because of our movements. Oh my god, look at this. This guy ran out after us, and now he's coming our way.
Okay, now we need to get away from him as fast as we can. Let's run where those yellow arrows are pointing. I hope this guy doesn't catch up to us, but he looks as creepy as possible. Look at his face! I think he's the ugliest kid there ever was.
Got to this staircase and climbed up it. I hope this guy stops following us. Oh my god, I'm really scared of the way he's following us. I think he's trying really hard to catch us. I hope the exit is as close as possible.
Oh my god, look at this. We got to some location, we pressed a button, and now we have to go into this vent. Great. We finally got away from that little guy. God, that guy was really annoying me. Look, it looks like we're falling right into his mouth now.
Oh no, wait. Did we end up in the innards of this baby Bobby? Okay, that was really, really creepy. And now we're gonna have to go all the way down his stomach to avoid being inside him. Hopefully we can get out of here soon.
Look at how weird his insides look. For some reason, all of his insides here look as flat as possible. And now we've died again because we touched some weird green thing. God, it looks like this game really is a lot harder.
Okay, looks like we need to be even more careful and do this all as carefully as possible. Well done, got through all that green stuff, and now we're moving on. Now we need to do some jumps, and we've done it again. Okay, now we need to do one more jump.
Great! We've made it through all those challenges again, and now we find ourselves in a hallway where apparently we'll need to hide from a giant rolling ball. Oh, look at that. It's some kind of weird green thing. It's entirely possible that this little guy ate some giant peas or something.
Okay, we're hiding from it again. And now we have to run for the exit as fast as we can. I hope that giant green thing doesn't crush us. All right, we're finally here. Look at this. There's some colorful platforms. The little guy swallowed them too.
And now we've gotten to the spine. Now we're jumping up and down his spine to get to the top. Actually, it's actually kind of weird that he has these things growing on his spine. They're supposed to look a little different.
And now we've even gotten to some kind of factory. Are you even seeing this? There really is a whole factory inside this little guy's body. Okay, it looks like we need to do some neat jumps. And we almost did them again, but unfortunately, we fell down.
Okay, now we have to be even more careful. The most important thing is not to touch that green liquid. Great, we finally managed to get through all these challenges, and now we need to go up this elevator with green gas. It actually looked a bit strange.
Okay, we pushed the button, and now we have to carry all that celery. I didn't actually think this guy eats celery, because you can't tell he eats healthy food at all. But now we're going to have to carry the celery forward, so we can finally get through this level.
We made it to some new location. I think we might even take this celery with us. Let's do it! And now we've fallen somewhere down. Okay, we still have that celery in our hands. Well, let's try to take it with us. Maybe it will even help us in some way.
Look how high we're jumping. We've somehow sped up a lot, and now we can run further. Oh no. Do you see that little guy's face? He keeps watching us. I hope this guy stops being so creepy watching us, because it's really creeping me out a lot.
We've made it to some new location. It looks like we can leave this celery here, and now we're going to take this cannon and start the boss battle. Look, these little guys start appearing out of nowhere and running in our direction.
Okay, this is really creepy. I hope we can beat them. In fact, the fact that they're jumping, it's really freaking them out. These guys, because they jump, they're starting to be almost elusive. Okay, the most important thing is to just shoot them. Don't stop them.
These guys jump too high. I feel like that makes them very likely to kill us. In fact, it pisses me off so much that they jump because it makes them very hard to kill. When they jump, it's almost impossible to hit them with those projectiles.
Okay, I see a few more little ones running in our direction, and we finally beat them all. Okay, now we can hide this thing and take the celery with us to go on our way. I find the fact that we're taking celery with us very amusing. I mean, I feel like absolutely no one has ever done that.
Let's take it somewhere forward. I think we should take him with us and go to the finish line with him. That would be so much fun. Okay, it looks like we've gotten to some stairs. Now we need to be up it. Actually, there are a lot of these places in this game where we have to travel very far distances.
And now we have reached the top of some mountain. Actually, these mountains look really weird too. They're kind of oval, and I think mountains are supposed to look slightly different. Okay, now we need to go down, and apparently there's some kind of transportation down there that we're going to leave on.
So let's go down this slide extremely slowly now so we can finally get going. Is it just me, or is that a baby's head? Okay, that looks super weird. I hope that head isn't alive because I'm going to be really scared. I'm going to be really scared that this head might eat us.
So now let's get to the top of these stairs and jump on top of his head. All right, we're good to go. Okay, now let's get going. Wait, really? We left that celery there?
Okay, looks like we should have taken him with us. That celery did not continue with us to the very finish of this game. We're driving this car, and I hope we get to the very finish line of this game now. Let's just go ahead and hopefully that's finally the end of this game because it's a very long game.
Okay, we made it here, and look at that. We even set a complete record. We came in first place amongst the guys on the server. It's like we're really legends of this game. Well, I'm really enjoying it a lot. Now I think it's time to head to the next game.
I'm really creeped out by the whole environment here. Look at this design. There's some creepy rusty platforms all over the place.
Now we have to get over all these creepy platforms to go further. By the way, we've reached some stairs. Let's take it to the top.
Apparently, we need to run to this red button. Okay, we pressed it. And now, with the help of these weird fans, we were able to head onward. We're going through this game really fast today.
Look at how quickly we were practically at the end of this ordeal. And now we've pressed some button, and now apparently, we're going to have to take this elevator up to the top.
Okay, now we're going to run amongst the metal pipes. Let's do it fast. By the way, look at this. I can already see a door ahead that we need to run through. We opened it, and it looks like we're in some kind of storage room or something.
Now we're going to need to put different objects up here so we can climb up. But it seems to me that if we add one ladder here, it would be enough. It looks like we're having some trouble getting up here.
Let's try to get this done soon. This guy seems to be the one causing us problems. It looks like, because he's standing downstairs, we've got all these objects moving around a little bit.
Let's try to move the ladder and climb up. All right, we finally managed to do it. Now we're moving through some ventilation. Now we need to find a way out of here as quickly as possible.
Let's just keep running forward. Hopefully we'll find a way out of this vent soon. Because I really want to get out of here. To be honest, I'm as scared as I can be of everything that's going on in here. Okay, looks like we've reached some kind of school hallway.
Look at us now. We're being chased by this creepy teacher. He's got so many teeth. It's like he wants to eat us so badly.
We finally found some kind of key, and now we need to get into the office with that key. Finally! Twerking, and we were able to open it. Great. It looks like we've made it into the gym.
Now we're going to have to go through this whole gym. It seems too gigantic to me. It's like our character's too small. We just jumped over a huge chasm with the help of some kind of springboard.
And now we've used a stick to get to the other end. Now we're going to have to get to the top. Okay, we've made it to some stairs, and now we've climbed up them to the next challenge.
And here, we need to cross the bridge so that we don't get hit by the boxer. And now we are going down to the next platforms with the help of this. And it looks like now we have to make jumps with the help of these springboards. Let's get to this challenge as soon as possible.
Now we have to go up these stairs. All right, we finally did it. Now we need to take this basketball and hit it right into the hoop. Wow, we did it the first time. What are we, LeBron James?
And now we've reached another school hallway. It looks like there's another school teacher riding a Segway here. Apparently, he's going to try to catch up with us now.
I think he has a much better chance of catching up with us on a Segway. By the way, there was some maximally creepy face in the ventilation grate. It really freaked me out. And we got to some toilet cubicle that had an exit.
Now we have to overcome it. Now we will have to travel through the ventilation again. And we have gotten into some very strange room. Here we need to hit the target with this sword.
And now, because we're in it, we've been able to make this bridge. Okay, now we're gonna have to go up these stairs, and then we're gonna go straight to the giant arrow tube. All right?
Let's get up there. Now we've got to get through all these lasers. Hopefully we can actually get through them all. Oh, great. Look at that. We've finally made it to the top, and now we have to jump into this vent.
I think there are too many vents in this game. They're everywhere. We're going somewhere along them, but it looks like this vent is going to be much longer than all the others. Okay, we've gotten to some point, and it looks like this is where this character got in the middle of the path.
It seems to me that if she had stood a little to the left, there's no way we could have gotten around her at all. Well, okay, we've gone on. Now we're going to have to push the button on the vending machine and run forward with the help of an energy drink.
Okay, let's just run forward as fast as we can. Now we need to jump on these platforms, and then we're going to head to the next one. And now we're going to need to run along these yellow arrows. I hope we can actually make it.
Okay, let's just run forward no matter what. Now we're going to have to jump on these platforms. By the way, there's a real huge amount of jumps, and it's really cool. Look at that.
Looks like we finally made it to the end of this challenge. Let's see what lies ahead. We're going to have to drive these weird little cars.
Let's just sit down. Looks like we're about to have a race with this guy. I hope we can beat him. Look at how slow these cars are going.
I feel like when we had the energy drink, we even moved a lot faster. The most important thing is to hit all the platforms with acceleration, because that way we can increase the gap with this opponent. We need to keep moving forward.
By the way, look at this. There are so many platforms with accelerations that we can accelerate very much here in order to go further. We just need to keep moving forward and not turn around, because this teacher may be right behind us, although I can't hear him at all.
Oh, okay, it looks like we've now jumped over a giant chasm, and now we're driving right into this door. Oh, great. Look at that. It looks like we've actually managed to overtake this guy, and now we're getting to the finish line.
Look at how big that gap was. Okay, now we have to climb up this drain pipe to the top, and then we'll have to move around on all these platforms. I hope we can actually do this.
Look, and we have made a few jumps, and now we can go on. We've jumped over the chasm again, and now we'll need to go down. It looks like we're about to have a fight with the final boss.
Let's go down those stairs and finally start fighting him. Hopefully he won't be too difficult. Now we need to get our weapons. Look at this.
Looks like we'll have to fight him with our straw. Okay, it looks like we need to shoot him without stopping. Let's hurry up and do it.
This guy is throwing books at us, but it looks like we've done a really good amount of damage to him already. By the way, look at him. He has other types of attacks. When he jumps up, he emits some kind of creepy red wave.
But we were finally able to beat it, and now the thing's blown up. Okay, well, That victory was actually pretty easy. I liked it a lot. Now I think we should get on that creepy school bus.
In fact, I would never get on a bus like this in real life because it looks extremely unreliable. But we finally got it open, and now we're in this seat and can head straight to the next game. We've already walked into this giant clown mouth, and right now you and I have to run along this railroad track.
Let's see where we tie up next. We got to some kind of lava by the looks of it. This is where this whole railroad collapsed.
Okay, we've run through all that lava, and now we need to follow this red balloon. We're in some really creepy locations. Look at that. There's a giant toothy mouth down there.
I hope we don't fall into it. Now we have jumped on these inflatable balls, and next we will run with you along these pipes. And now we're in a whole new location. Look at that! We're gonna have to run through these giant rusty pipes. I hope this fire set doesn't burn us. Now, as carefully as possible. Let's just keep moving forward.
All right, we've passed that test. Now we have to jump on other rusty metal pipes. I really hope we don't fall down because these pipes are quite twisty and it's very difficult to run on them.
I feel like if I were in a place like this in real life, we definitely wouldn't be able to go further than 5 meters. By the way, look at those creepy clown hands coming right out of the wall trying to catch us. But we got past them.
Now we have to jump on these creepy rusty pipes, and we did it again. Now let's go up this giant spiral staircase. I feel like this kind of challenge is put in just about every creepy game out there. This one is easy too, because we've done it so many times before. All right, we're finally at the top of this ladder. Now we're gonna have to get through this thin, rusty pipe.
We have to be as careful as possible not to fall down, will we? Unfortunately, we fell down. God, it looks like we're not gonna get through this game on the first try.
Well, now let's be even more careful and try to pass this test on the second try. I think we can do it now. And now we just need to walk along this pipe and not fall down.
Look at that. We're almost through it. Let's hurry up and run for it. All right, now we've got to climb these stairs and we'll be on our way.
Look at those circular saws coming right out of the floor. Okay, we got past them easily, and now we're going straight to the stairs, which we're going to use to get to the top.
Looks like we're finally going to be free. Oh no. Look at this. We're up against some fence, and now we're going to have to go up on this Ferris wheel. Where do you see this guy? It's a creepy, toothy clown who's chasing us with a knife. Okay, now we're gonna have to get away from him. Great, we finally get on this Ferris wheel, and it looks like this guy keeps trying to chase us. He's really running after us with a knife, but he's gonna have absolutely no luck, because we're already going up to the top of this Ferris wheel.
Let's get to the top as soon as possible. Apparently, we're in for a new challenge. Okay, look at this. We've reached some weird wooden flooring. Now we're gonna have to run on these planks.
In fact, it looks extremely impractical. I feel like in real life, we'd fall off of these for sure. Okay, let's jump on these balloons now, and then we'll go up these stairs.
Apparently, we're gonna have to jump into this ride. Okay, it looks as precarious as possible, but it looks like we'll need to go down to the bottom. Look, there's lava at the bottom.
Oh no! Are we about to be roasted alive? But I hope we can get past all this lava. Okay, our ride has stopped, and now we have to run through these weird challenges with these creepy rusty metal spears.
Okay, that was pretty easy too. We've jogged forward, and now we'll have to head onward. I think it's pretty weird that such a fun place for kids has challenges like this.
Actually, it's nothing like the rides. Okay, let's go past these weird things now. I hope they don't knock us off this bridge. Great, we made it through too, and now apparently we have to run straight into this orange portal.
Well, okay, let's hurry up and get there. I hope it teleports us to an interesting place. And it looks like we're in some other dimension altogether. Look at that, there's some kind of giant volcano.
Now we have to cross this wooden bridge. And then we have to run across these rusty platforms. Okay, let's be as careful as possible and run past these weird things that look like some kind of giant flamethrowers or something.
The most important thing is not to touch those flames, or we'll be burned alive. Great, we finally passed this test. And now we have to jump on these rusty metal pipes. The most important thing is to jump as carefully as possible.
Oh no, unfortunately, we've fallen back down again. Geez, it looks like this game is really much harder than any game we've played before. Okay, I hope we can pass this challenge on the second try.
Oh, great. Look at that. We actually managed to jump through all those metal pipes. Now we have to go into this yellow portal. Wow, look at that. That yellow portal really sped us up.
And now we're gonna have to jump on these giant slabs of stone. Now we're gonna have to move forward. By the way, look at that. There's a weird, huge island there for some reason.
Oh no, we lost again because we looked in the wrong direction. Well, now we're going to have to pass this challenge on the second try. Let's try to concentrate as much as possible on the fact that we need to land exactly on these stone platforms.
Okay, let's just keep running forward. Hopefully we can definitely run through them all now. By the way, this island does look pretty strange. I wonder when we'll get there.
Wow, look at that. We've reached some kind of giant castle. Well, okay, looks like we're going to have to go straight into that blue portal now. I wonder what kind of acceleration it'll give us.
Okay, looks like he gave us a jump power boost. Look how high we can jump. Now we need to use this super jump to jump to the top.
I hope that won't be a problem for us either. Okay, let's just keep moving. Now we're going to have to jump over all these platforms, and then you and I are going to climb to the top of this tower.
Great, we're finally here, and there's some kind of yellow portal again, and it's really accelerated us again. Just keep running.
Would you look at that? We're jumping right into this volcano, and we somehow teleported to the clown's house. Looks like now we're going to have to go into this maximally creepy entrance.
Let's go straight into this house. Look at that! Looks like we've got some seriously creepy challenges ahead of us. Okay, now we're gonna have to jump over these purple lasers on the floor.
In fact, it all looks pretty weird because the walls of this room are constantly narrowing. And we finally made it. Now we're going to have to keep running. The main thing now is not to touch these traps, because otherwise we will have to go through this ordeal all over again.
Wait, seriously? We actually touched that trap? I thought we ran right past it. Let's try to pass this test again. We're too bad at this game because we die too often.
Okay, look, we're almost to that door. Let's hurry up and get to it. All right, looks like we're off to the next challenge.
Look at this. We've never seen anything like this before. It's like the Fall Guys trials. Okay, let's get past all these weird laser things. The key is just not to fall down.
Here we easily made it to the next door. Look at this, it's another challenge. It looks like now we have to run along this conveyor belt and not fall down.
Okay, I think we'll be able to pass this challenge too because it actually looks pretty easy. The most important thing is not to touch those weird platforms.
Okay, we finally made it through this challenge. Well, now we've gone through another door and ended up in some strange place. Looks like we're going to have to ride this roller coaster now.
Okay, we got on this wagon, but it seems to be the only one. It doesn't have any other wagons attached to it. Okay, let's see where it takes us.
It seems that now we will have to go through this whole attraction. In fact, the sound of this ride is as loud and scary as possible. Okay, it looks like we're going to be going forward now.
I hope this is the way to finally get out of this creepy carnival. Look at that, we're up as high as we can go. Oh no, there's a cliff ahead.
It looks like we're about to fall down. Look at that, we took off. But it looks like with this, we were able to fly over the fence of this carnival and finally get out of here. Really enjoyed this game a lot. And now I think it's time to go straight to the next game. Just look at him, he really does look like some kind of very strange creature. And for some reason, he has a huge number of heads.
By the way, just look. For some reason in this ventilation, this guy's standing here with burgers. It's weird that he's not moving at all. Okay, let's move on. They decided to change it up a bit here. By the way, just look at this guy. It looks like he got eaten by this fly trap.
Okay, now we've pressed the button, and now we're going to jump on these platforms. After that, we're going to grab a wrench and break this vent. Let's do it quickly. By the way, it looks like this guy has absolutely no idea what he's doing.
And now we will need to escape from this boss. He really looks as creepy as possible. For some reason, the developers decided to attach a huge number of heads to a huge body. God, just look at all these scary heads. Okay, good thing we managed to escape from him. And now we jumped on this weird wooden pipe, and then we need to go along it straight to the ventilation. Okay, let's run there quickly. I wonder what locations await us ahead.
By the way, just look. In this ventilation, there is this maximally creepy character. Okay, we finally found ourselves in the room with toilets. Now we will need to dig a tunnel with the help of this shovel. We will go with you straight to the dungeon.
Wow, we're finally here. And all the platforms are multicolored. They glow in the weirdest way possible. By the way, just look at this player. He has a super weird skin. Okay, now we have to get through all these platforms.
And then we'll run along this bridge. By the way, it seems to me that the developers made the planks here too big for some reason. Okay, now we need to get this giant skull, and then we'll jump over these weird spiked holes.
Let's do this quickly, great. We finally got to this corridor with the huge rock swinging. Now we have to wait for it to roll past us, and then we'll head straight to the next boss.
Great! Let's hurry up. Maybe we'll get crushed. We managed to hide from him, and now we can go straight to this ladder. Let's go up it and go straight to the second boss in this game.
Oh my god, look at how creepy she looks. She has this crazy look in her eyes, and she's running after us with this torch. Wait, seriously, there was a cat right next to the lever. Okay, that was a little weird.
Good thing we managed to trick this boss and finally got to these half-ruined steps. In fact, everything in this game looks extremely strange. Did you even see that we just ran past a stick with several players sitting on it?
It looked super weird. We never usually see that in games like this. And now we're going to have to take this elevator up. By the way, look, all our friends are here. They're somehow tangled up in this web. Okay, well, we've reached the location where we'll need to drink this energy drink. And then we'll speed up and run along these platforms. By the way, there's a huge number of different weird models here. And it scares me a little bit.
Because they all have the most creepy look. By the way, just look at this giant green character. He's standing right here, looking at us. Okay, I want to run past him as quickly as possible. And by the way, we finally got to the end of this challenge.
Now we need to climb up these ladders to get straight to the storage room. Let's do it quickly. And by the way, here again, one of these characters is eaten by a giant fly trap. Okay, we got the ladder. Now we need to put it right under the ventilation.
By the way, this fly trap even slightly hindered us. Okay, well, we put this ladder, now we need to climb up it. Let's quickly find ourselves straight in this ventilation. Great, next location.
Here we need to jump on this giant blue bridge without the fan going over these spikes. By the way, just look. This guy is sitting right in the flower for some reason with the weirdest face possible. Okay, that looks pretty funny.
And now we will have to go through 2 of the most boring tests in this game. By the way, it is good that the developers decided to make the pipes here wide enough, because thanks to this, we can go through this game much faster.
Okay, by the way, just look. For some reason, they decided to change the look of these platforms. They look incredibly strange. In fact, the textures in this game look mega disgusting, and I absolutely do not like the way the design looks in this game.
Okay, let's move on. Wait, what just happened? Did we actually fall through a crack in that platform? That was incredibly weird, and I think it's something that needs to be fixed in this game.
Okay, let's run to this ladder as soon as possible. By the way, the developers also decided to change these metal bridges. Because of this, it became much easier to pass this game. And we finally found ourselves in the ventilation.
Now let's head to this hallway with the fans. Okay, now we're just going to have to wait for the airflow to take us straight to the end of this challenge, because the distance between the platforms here is pretty small.
Oh no! Look at this, it looks like we're stuck in textures. We need to get out of here somehow. Great, we finally did it. Well, now we'll have to jump over all these weird chasms.
Great, we finally did it. Now let's go up these stairs. We're in a giant wind tunnel and we need to do it right the first time. Great, we did it, we're right in the ventilation.
We're going to set a pro game record today, and now we're right in the cafeteria. Now we need to run to this bazooka and quickly defeat this boss. By the way, he also looks pretty scary, but he doesn't look as scary as the previous boss.
Because he has a pretty kind face. Let's keep shooting at him and not stop, so that we can finally defeat him and head straight to that hill.
Now let's slide down this hill as quickly as possible. Great, we're right here.
Now we have to fly over a giant chasm. Just look, we actually did it on the first try, and now we have 2 last tests to go before meeting the final boss.
Now we need to go up this ladder, and then we'll find ourselves in a giant wind tunnel with lasers. And we're finally at the top, now we need to fly up.
By the way, just look. For some reason, they added textures of different characters here. It looks extremely creepy, because they look at us with their most terrible eyes. I hope that we will pass this test as soon as possible, because I am starting to feel uneasy.
Okay, let's get to the top quickly. Cool. We're finally here, and now we have one last challenge to complete before we meet the final boss. Now we're going to have to climb up this ladder where we're going to take the bar.
Next, we will move these bars between these platforms. Let's do it quickly. By the way, the placement of the platforms in this game is also extremely strange because it seems to me that we could just jump over them.
And we finally found ourselves in the location with the final boss. Let's just shoot at his weak spot. Now we need to shoot at his hands in order to blow them up. By the way, we almost broke the first hand.
Great, we finally did it. Now we need to concentrate and shoot the second one so that we can finally defeat this guy. By the way, he hasn't hit us with a single shell yet.
Great, we finally beat him. Just look at this guy, he's about to explode. Great, well, now I guess we can hop in this SWAT vehicle and head straight to the next game.
Our friends at the Amazing Digital Circus have been through this game before. I remember that for sure, but I don't remember where it ended last time. So I think now would be a good time to fully explore this game and see what happened here after all.
Our friend says we have allies here, and we need to find them. By the way, I think our subtitles are in a slightly different language. We need to fix that right away. Okay, let's begin our journey.
I'm actually really scared of horror games. I feel like I'm going to be insanely scared here. Okay, let's start to see what challenges await us here.
Apparently, we need to find a battery somewhere to open this door. Okay, let's start our exploration of this location and finally find it. We found